You're watching News at Prime. Let's get into this conversation now. The South African Municipal Workers Union has slammed what it says is the City of Ekurhuleni's unjust decision to issue pre-dismissal notices to almost 400 Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department workers. The officers are in hot water after embarking on an unprotected strike using their vehicles to bring major roads to the city to a standstill last month. The union says the pre-dismissal letters are an assault on the rights of these workers. Let's speak now to SAMWU's Ekurhuleni Regional Secretary, Chris Mavunda, who talks to us from that city. Mr. Mavunda, good evening to you, and thank you very much for your time. I want to use your words directly here. You say these workers are being victimized, scapegoated, and punished for exercising their fundamental right to protest. However, the city is clear that these are essential workers and therefore they're not allowed to go on strike. As a result of what they did, this amounted to gross misconduct and violations of the Labour Relations Act. Why should members of the public be sympathetic?
Good evening, Koli, and to the viewers of Newzroom Afrika. No, indeed, it is our position as the South African Municipal Workers Union that we feel that our members have been raising genuine issues, and we strongly believe that the municipality had a responsibility to play in elevating this situation that we currently find ourselves in. You will remember that we have what we call a local labor forum, which is a forum where organized labor together with the employer component meet and discuss any pertinent issues. So these workers, it is true that they are designated indeed as essential services workers, but the law requires that if you have essential services workers, the employer together with organized labor must then conclude what is called a minimum service level agreement. That will say out of the 20 workers here that we have, whether in the health department or EMPD, you can only have 10 people that can go on strike. And we want to disagree and clear this matter correctly, put it correctly to the media out there. We don't subscribe to the notion that says there was actually a strike. Though our members have been writing to the employer requesting answers to a point where they decided, because we know the offices of our employer, they are based in Germiston. Can we please go and have that meeting in Germiston? In terms of the main collective agreement, we have what we call a two-hour meeting right on a monthly basis. So unfortunately, when the employer saw a huge number, they then thought these people are striking and all of those other things. But we are not there now. We are no more there where we are dealing with whether it was a strike or a meeting. Where we are now, it's about saving the jobs of these employees. We were shocked yesterday to learn that there are about 389 or so employees who have received notices of termination. And we cannot sit down and idly as a responsible and the largest union in the municipal sector, in particular in Ekurhuleni, where we are facing a high number of unemployment. And if we allow these dismissals to continue without being attended to, really it will be a disaster to our members and to their families. So we are here to assist them to save these jobs, but to work hand in glove with the municipality in resolving this issue.
Mr. Mavunda, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't challenge you on what you now say was not a strike. The workers clearly could be seen leaving their cars in the middle of the highway, and there was a complete disaster that day in terms of traffic. Surely you can't interpret that in any other way. But as you say, we're not there today. The issue now is that these workers are either on suspension, given the letters they've received. What is their status as we speak, and what is it that you're going to do to try and reverse this as their representative?
Look, Mr. Mgambi, we want to be on record on saying that we really don't condone what happened. And hence, we are saying to members of the public that it is not the time of apportioning a blame to anyone. Now that an issue has happened, now the issue is how do we then solve the issue for the benefit of everyone, for the benefit of the City of Ekurhuleni, the community of City of Ekurhuleni, as well as our members.
And
so
that's exactly the point that we need to look at very briefly before
yes.
we run out of time.
Yes, so what we are going to do, immediately yesterday, we wrote to the Office of the Mayor, the Head of Administration, requesting a meeting, an urgent meeting. And we can confirm here and now that meeting took place today. We had a very fruitful meeting. There is an appetite from both parties to sit down and resolve these matters. The first thing there were two things that we went to the meeting for. One, looking at the number of people and the representations that we need to make, we had to request for an extension from the 48 hours that were given to at least the 9th, which is Friday. And that the employer has conceded to that request. The second request was that let's allow the processes in the LLF to unfold and put on hold any disciplinary processes. Unfortunately, on that one, we could not find each other, but there is an appetite to continue having engagements with the City of Ekurhuleni, the administration and the political office led by the executive mayor. So we are very thankful for the attention and audience that we received today.
Chris Mavunda, thank you very much for giving us that particular update. We hopefully are going to speak to you very soon because, as you say, the members remain on suspension, the city not willing to budge when it comes to trying to reverse that particular decision. Thank you very much for the time being. Chris Mavunda is SAMWU's Ekurhuleni Regional Secretary.